Yeah, we didn't think 7 months down the road we're still sitting here struggling to pay it off.
The pandemic is leaving families heartbroken. Loved ones are gone too soon, and bank accounts are already strained due to the pandemic, but then add in funeral expenses. Well, the federal government is stepping in to help. FEMA is working to reimburse families for funeral costs if a loved one died from COVID-19 last year.
Tonight, Sierra Shipley shares one family story of struggling to pay for those they lost.
Gabriel and Paul Resendez had both parents pass within 16 days of each other due to COVID-19. Their funerals were last summer, and 7 months later, the family is still paying off expenses.
When you got the coffin, then you got the case around the coffin to stop it from all the corrosion.
And you got to pay for the places.
The plot.
Funerals are expensive. Gabriel and Paul Resendez had to pay for both their parents' funerals, Julia and Moses Sr., after they died of COVID-19 2 weeks apart.
We're still trying to pay off to today.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, we're still dealing with it like it's still like a big dream to us.
Over $40,000, and 7 months later, bills are still piling up.
Try to work as much as we can.
Overtime. Yeah, I try to work at least 20 hours overtime every week.
Millions have passed since the pandemic began. Funeral home owner Brent Shehorn says he's seen an influx in services.
Looking at McLennan County's total death toll at any given point during 2020, we were running anywhere between 30 and 34% of that total.
In a time where all you need is a hug, Shehorn said it was hard to watch families stay socially distant.
And also we had to get creative for families on how to say goodbye.
Knowing that financial relief could be on the way, the Resendez brothers will be applying for the reimbursement FEMA has offered to those who have lost someone due to COVID-19.
If they help is greatly appreciated, and it'll take a lot of burden off our shoulders.
Until then, they thank the community who have donated and ask for prayers as the brothers wish they had their parents next to them today.
To take care of our families, to survive.
Yeah, and that just helps us get by every day, Just knowing that he wouldn't give up, so we can't give up.
If you would like to help the Resendez family, details on how to do so can be found on our website. FEMA has said families can receive up to $7,000 per death, the money coming from the $2 billion Coronavirus Response and Relief Supplemental Appropriations Act of 2021. In Waco, Sierra Shipley, 25 News.
Sierra, thank you. FEMA is creating a toll-free number that can be used to apply for the assistance. Details are still being worked out right now, but the agency will start accepting applications sometime in April. FEMA is recommending that families begin gathering receipts and documentation showing funeral expenses.
Here's a look at the documentation you might need: an official death certificate citing directly or indirectly COVID-19 as the cause, funeral documents detailing expenses, and any other documents that show additional funds to pay for the services. This isn't the first time FEMA has done something like this. Under the Stafford Act, FEMA can offer help with funerals if deaths are caused by presidentially declared disasters. After Hurricanes Katrina and Sandy, and then again in 2017 after 3 hurricanes hit Texas, Florida, and Puerto Rico, the agency also helped cover funeral costs.
The average cost of a funeral in the U.S. is between $7,000 and $12,000. That includes the viewing and burial, transporting the remains, a casket, and other preparations. But keep in mind that cost does not include a burial plot or headstone. Funeral costs have been steadily increasing since the 1980s.